I saw a couple of articles this week, and the first thing that came to my mind was this. This is one of the reasons why people that have means, meaning home buyers that are qualified, can't get a house. And this is also one of the reasons why wannabe home buyers, those that are not qualified and ready, the ones that have no business shopping for homes, go out there and think that they can buy a house. This is true here in the Bay Area, as well as across other markets. With everything that you read or watch online, you'll never be able to make the right decisions and buy a house. And the end result is just frustration for everyone. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mac Rogers. I'm a real estate broker here in the Bay Area. Look at these articles that I'm referring to. Where home prices are falling most. 2023 study. This article goes over some of their key findings and then proceeds to list out 15 cities where home prices are cooling off. Now, most people will see this headline and just go straight to the list and find their market or the places where they are interested in buying to see if it's on there, right? Here's another one that I saw that is really relevant to the people here in California and the Bay Area more specifically. 20 places in California where prices have plummeted. Plummeted, not decreased. They use the word plummeted. Again, the same thing. Most people see the headline and go straight to the list. By the way, on this list that they have, 16 out of the 20 are here in the Bay Area. And out of that 16, 9 are in the East Bay. Just by reading these two articles and skimming it, you would think that one, it's a buyer's market, and two, everything is crashing back down to earth. Let me give you my thoughts on these and then also touch upon some of the cities, specifically one here in the East Bay. But even if you're not from the East Bay, again, most likely, you might be seeing this happening in your own market. As headlines like these continue to come out and predict a continued decline in home prices from the previous year, it's important to dig deeper into the data. Yes, it's true. The S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller Index shows continued decline. And in fact, they even say that we've had 3 consecutive months of decline, which makes it a rarity not seen since 2008-2009 mortgage crisis. While this might suggest a buyer's market with enticing opportunities for house hunters like you, recent data tells a different story. In reality, prices have been strengthening in recent months due to a relative shortage of available homes. As a result, the year-over-year losses could soon transform into gains, signaling an unusual shift that has caught the attention of the Federal Reserve, putting housing inflation back in their radar. Why are we in this situation? It's because everyone panicked during the second half of 2022. Here's one example from Fannie Mae. They do a monthly survey and ask people where they think home prices are headed. Last December, 37% said they think home prices will decline in the coming year, meaning 2023. That's the most pessimistic in the last 12 years. What caused this panic? Last year, we've had over-the-top forecasts from experts that just got it wrong. Now, I'm not saying that I got it right, or am I calling out these people? I'm just giving the cause of all these confusion. And by the way, these people and companies that I mentioned here might not be familiar to you, but they are the leaders and experts in the mortgage and real estate industry. Here's one example from Jeremy Siegel. Quote, I expect home prices to fall 10 to 15% and the housing prices are accelerating on the downside, unquote. Not only is he saying that he expects prices to go down, but it's also accelerating. You can or might conclude from this statement that a crash is coming, right? Here's another one from Goldman Sachs. Quote, Goldman Sachs research home price model suggests home prices will decline by around 5 to 10% from the peak in the United States. Economists at Goldman Sachs research say there are risks that housing markets could decline more than their model suggests, unquote. So they're suggesting the same thing. It's going to fall 5 to 10%, but in reality, they're saying it's probably going to fall even more than that. This was headline after headline after headline. We all know that bad news spreads like wildfire. Here's one that really took it up another level. This one is from Mark Zandi. Quote, typically, it takes a while for sellers to cut asking price as they psychologically can't give up on the highest Zillow price that they've seen for their homes. Not this time. Sellers are caving in. Buckle in. Assuming rates remain near their current 6.5% and the economy skirts a recession, then national home prices will fall almost 10%. From peak to trough, most of these declines will happen sooner rather than later. Unquote. These are just three, and there are more, but you get the point, right? These headlines cause psychological panic as buyers and sellers are getting an inaccurate picture of the housing market. And we move forward right here, right now, at the end of July 2023, and we have these two new lists that rank the biggest housing declines in the country. And you see that an overwhelming majority of the cities are actually here in California. We just keep putting fuel to the fire. And as we look deeper into this fear and what's causing all the confusion, we can even infer that rising mortgage rates has little to do with it. It's the fear of home prices going down or crashing from all the negative headlines. Take a look at these graphs. The red bars are the percentage of people thinking prices will go down, and black line is the percentage of people that think rates will go down. But even as experts pivot, the news just keeps focusing on the negative, like these two headlines. Here's one from Bill McBride, another expert in our industry. Last year, he said this, quote, "As inventory picked up sharply in 2022, I adjusted my outlook in October 2022 and wrote, house prices 7 years in purgatory. I noted that a 10% decline in nominal prices now seem likely," unquote. During that time, this is what he said, that we are going to be in a 7-year stretch of limbo where prices are either flat or maybe going down a little bit. But guess what he just said recently? He said he was wrong. It was all a head fake. But no one talks about that. It's not sexy. Okay, so here's the thing. These headlines are not fake. They are actually true, which further leads to more confusion. What it is that it's out of context. First off, the data is comparing May 2023 and May 2022. It's already a couple of months old. And why do they use data this far back? It's because it's the actual data and not projections. So in reality, it's the more accurate data. But let me show you what I mean that it's out of context. Let me take you to, let's take a look at Dublin here on their list. It's because it's number one. I want to see this. Now you ask anyone that's trying to buy a house in Dublin and they will tell you that this sharp decline doesn't mean anything. In fact, they may even tell you it's not true. And here's one of the reasons why the median sales price is significantly down. First off, let me say that there was a decline in home prices, okay? I am not saying there wasn't any. The severity of the decline is what I'm trying to put into context. Take a look at this breakdown by price points and you will see what I mean. Back in May of 2022, there were 20 homes sold above $2 million. May 2023, there were only 8 homes sold over $2 million. Here's another thing. Back in May 2022, all the houses except for one all sold above 1.2 million. This May 2023, there were 5 houses that sold for under 1.2 million. So you see how that can also move the needle in terms of price. The price ranges that the house or the price mix that a house is selling for are all different. There were more higher price homes that were being sold last May, which effectively makes the average price and median higher back then as compared to this year. And this is going on pretty much in every city. In order for you to get a true sense of what prices really are, you really need to go into the actual neighborhood that you are interested in and find a true apples to apples comparison. Talk to your agent and ask for the specific data in the neighborhood so that your decisions are based on the correct facts. And may I add also timely. Because even if you are a well-qualified buyer and you go out there thinking that, wow, things are going down, I could get a bargain, or God forbid, lowball your offers. And I say offers because you will just continue doing it until you realize that you have the wrong picture of what's going on. You will never be able to buy a home. Now, for those of you who doesn't have any money and realistically not ready to buy yet, and you are thinking, well, things are going down, maybe I can catch a break or something, stop it. Don't waste your time and energy. It's still a highly competitive market out there.